Hi, Assalamualaikum. Welcome to Interpersonal Leadership and Interpersonal Skill Topic 1 video. For today, I will explain to you about the concept and also few important matters on leadership and interpersonal skill. My name is Dr. Shira, and you may always contact me to this Gmail. And also for you as a student, KUPTM student, you can always contact me through WhatsApp or Telegram. So for this video, there are four things that I'm going to share with all of you. Number one, definitions of leadership. Number two, importance of leadership and interpersonal skill in our daily life and also professional life. Number three, characteristics of effective leadership. And number four, verbal and non-verbal communication. Verbal and non-verbal communication, I have another video that you can watch after this video. So what is leadership? It is an ability to influence a group of people towards the achievement of goal. All right. So as a leader, there are certain goals that you want to achieve, and you need people to do the work together and achieve it. And it is also about influence, how you make your follower to willingly do the job so that you can achieve the objective, right? And also, another person said, leadership can be defined as the will to control the events. So if there's any conflict, you are able to control it. You are able to make a decision making, to understand, the understanding or to charge a course, okay, where you want to go, and the power to get a job done cooperatively using the skills and abilities of other people. So your job as a leader is to realize the potential and the ability and the skills of your subordinates, put it together and ensure you are able to achieve the goals that is common goal for everyone, that will bring goodness to everyone. So there are at least five importance of leadership. If you read in my ebook, all right, the first ebook, the theories of leadership, concept and theories of leadership, you may find more than five importance of leadership. Number one is all about inspiring team members to achieve common goals. As I mentioned just now, it's about inspire, make people to want to willing to do the job. Okay. Number two, not about power overing, but about how to lift up the spirit of people by motivating and also create the passion, build up the passion within the person to get the job done. All right, it's not about forcing, it's not about dominating, or it's not about imposing certain form of power against another person. It's all about how you work together with your subordinate. Yeah? And number three, communicate and convey messages to get the job done. As a leader, to communicate effectively, to have an effective interpersonal skill, then you will be acknowledged as a good leader, right? Number four is coaching. Okay, not all of your subordinate naturally or immediately acquire certain form of skill or understand certain things that they need to do. So to coach, to be able to stay patient and to be able to give a very clear step by step 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 steps patiently is very important to as a leader. And number five is a driver. Leadership is a driver towards the common goals. So when you are a leader, you must ensure that the goals is not just for you, but it is a common goal that will bring goodness and satisfaction to you and your subordinate for the betterment of a company, organization, or even a country. All right, then we go to the importance of interpersonal skill, right? I have many more, the importance of interpersonal skill, but I would like to highlight 5 of it. Remember, this subject is not just about getting A's. Of course, those are very important to get good grades, but the most important is to practice and apply this skill so that you will be a better person in the future compared to you before. Okay, number one, foster effective communication. Yes, you can speak to other people, but if it is not effective, you are wasting your time and it will create a lot of misunderstanding, and then along the way, conflict may happen. Number two, expand your opportunity. When you have the ability to be a people's person, people are able to communicate to you very well, people are able to respect you, people are able to trust you, it expands your opportunities to certain level that maybe you never thought that you can go to that level. Right, expand your, for example, maybe you go to a conference or a seminar or even a kenduri. Okay, suddenly you met a person and that person actually have a job availability for you to come and work there. You will never know. So when you have a good communication skill, you go to a social events, you may get this type of opportunity. I do get few opportunities. For example, when I communicate well in social media, suddenly I do receive few invitation for me to give talk at government agencies, at NGOs, and so forth. Yeah, so you never know your opportunity. Number three, it can solve a lot of problem. Okay, when you are able to communicate well, your problem that you may feel it is big, but when you are able to communicate with people and try to brainstorm the solution, okay, you may solve that particular problem instead of just keeping to yourself. Okay, for example, if you feel that it is hard for you to learn this subject, okay, instead of keeping to yourself and do not get a good result, when you talk to your friend, your trusted friend, or to your lecturer, and try to strategize how to solve your problem, you may solve a problem just by letting to discuss with another person. And the fourth is trust and relationship building. So, with a good non-verbal and verbal interpersonal skill, whereby the way you dress, the way you communicate with others, the way you use what kind of words, okay, it will actually build a trust and relationship building. I'm telling you, human relationship is not that easy to build. Okay, you need to be able to want to work for it. Yeah. And number five, increase self-actualization and empathy. When you have a good interpersonal skill, you have the ability to see others in their shoes, to feel how they are, what they are doing, how they are doing, whether they are in a good condition or not. Self-actualization is you feel satisfied and proud of yourself because you feel you have achieved certain goals in your life. Yeah. So again, this is not just a subject, and I would like to remind all of you, it is an essential skill, important skill for you to acquire so that you will not be frustrated in the future. You will be able to communicate well and to achieve the goals that you want in your life. So there are 6 characteristics on which leader tends to differ from non-leader. So these are the characteristics that you need to have in order to be a leader. Number one, ambition. You know what you want. Number two, the energy together with ambition. I'm telling you, if you have ambition, if you know where are you going to go, you will have the energy. Yeah. drive and desire to lead. You have the desire to lead. You want to put yourself in trouble to lead. You know that once you have a certain position, you need to work harder than you without position. Remember, never ever take any position just because for yourself, for your fame, for more money, and so forth. Yes, it is good thing for you to aim for that, but remember, it's not just that. It is the responsibility that you need to consider as your uh, your number one reason why you want to be a leader. The responsibility. Number three, empathy and service oriented. Okay, you need to be able to empathize and know the situation of the subordinate, and because you earn more, you are the leader of them, so you need to be able to do more than others. Yeah. And number four is honesty and integrity. Okay, make sure your subordinate able to trust you rather than they feel you are abusing the position and abusing them. Okay. Number five, intelligence. We are going to learn two intelligence that usually are not put emphasis, which is actually which are spiritual intelligence and also emotional intelligence. Okay, these two are very important because most of the time we only learn how to strengthen our IQ, but usually we forget to strengthen our emotional management and also strengthen our spiritual intelligence. And the last one, and also very important, to be a leader, you need to be able to already acquire the knowledge, the skill, job relevant knowledge. One of the reasons why all of you are pursuing your degree is because you want to acquire the knowledge and you have the proven certification that you do have that particular job relevant knowledge. So that's always a question. Okay, some of you maybe feel that, oh, I'm not made to be a leader. I'm not born to be a leader. But are you really sure that you are not born to be a leader? You are not made to be a leader? Okay. Do all the leaders that we have today are born to be a leader? Okay. So we have our former Prime Minister, Pak La. He said that leadership can be learned, and he feels that he was not a born leader, right? He feels that we all have potential, just as we have some abilities to sing and run. Some people may be better than others, but each of us has a starting point to build on with training and practice. So, with training and practice, we can build up our leadership skill. And for me, it is important if you feel that you are a good person, you are willing to work hard, you should go for leadership position instead of letting people who just go for the leadership position just for the perks and refuse to do much. Yeah. On my own path, this is what Datuk Sri Abdullah Haji Ahmad Badawi said. On my own path towards becoming Prime Minister, I have learned many things along the way. One thing that I have learned over the year is that leaders are not necessarily born, but are made. Yeah. And when we talk about leader, we always have to talk about effective leadership. Yes, everybody can be a leader, but to what extent that particular leader is a good and effective leader? Okay, so Edwin A. Locke said, effective leader is someone who knows how to inspire and relate to subordinate. A person that are able to inspire and be close to the subordinate, not a person that feel he or she is high above. Yeah. Able to convince subordinate that the organizational vision is not only important but attainable. It is important, but I don't have to force you to do it because you do have the skill, so we can do it together. Able to challenge them with goals, projects, tasks, responsibility that allow them to feel a sense of personal success, achievement and accomplishment, and reward the subordinate who perform well with recognition, with money and promotion. In Islam, goes beyond that. That definition is already comprehensive, but from Islamic perspective, it is more than just inspiring, challenging, rewarding. It's more than that. Yeah, effective Islamic leaders must have a positive personality traits, and the traits are high morality, compassion for the people, patience, humble, fair, diligent, courageous. Yeah, you are brave enough to make change that is not benefiting people. Okay, diligent enough that you are willing to work hard. Okay, pious, honest, positive outlook, considerate, and noble. Okay, we are going to learn this in chapter 3 or 4 on a few models of Islamic leader. Stay tuned for that. So if leaders are made, okay, these are the things that is not just born, but leaders are made. There are three important things, important elements or dimension that needed for leaders to be made, trained, and also acquired. Okay, we call it us: attitude, skills, and knowledge. Okay, so all of us, we are able to be a leader when we observe these three: us, attitude, skill, and knowledge. So attitudes, these are few attitudes that we need in order to be effective leader. As what we have seen in the previous video, okay, about leadership start with ourselves. So attitude is all about the selfness, the self within that particular leader. Positive thoughts. Never give up, although there will be a lot of challenges that you need to face. Yeah. Willingness to sacrifice. It's not sacrificing the subordinate, but you yourself need to sacrifice long hours and so forth, not just bossing around the subordinate. Non-individualistic. When you are discussing about salary raise, don't look at your salary raise first. Look at your subordinate salary raise first. Yeah. Number 5, uphold integrity. Okay, when you are at the top, people will not dare to say that you are wrong. You yourself have to self-regulate. Okay, make sure you uphold integrity, although people don't see it. Uphold justice. Yes, as a leader, you can always use your power to hurt the person that you dislike, yeah, subordinate, yeah, that may be always talk back against you and so forth. You may do that, but remember, an effective leader will not get carried away with the ego and emotion. They will still uphold the principle of upholding justice to every subordinate, whether a favorable subordinate or unfavorable subordinate. Okay, give 100% effort, of course. Love knowledge, that as a leader you need to always have a new knowledge every single day, and able to be open to accept a subordinate's expertise, not just your expertise. Okay, upholding good values, of course. No pilih kasih. You are going to treat everybody with just and so forth. Ready to help all the time. You are ready to help. That's why you are a leader. It's not like when your subordinate having a problem, you refuse to help, then that is a bad leader. Humble, put your ego aside and stay humble. And the last thing is quite not easy to do is to be sincere. Okay, to be sincere, to be as a leader, instead of playing games or office politics, in order for you to be as a leader forever. Yeah. skills. Number two is skills. These are the things that makes you pursue yourself doing your degree. Like me, I did my PhD. One of the reason is the skills. Okay, we need to be trained to have the thinking skill, the communication skill, the problem solving, how to have a skill to understand people, a skill to learn faster, to be able to have a good interpersonality, one-to-one skills, how to make an evaluation and assessment whether that job is a good, well done or not, how to manage well, how to teach well, how to coach and mentoring well, how to listen, and how to influence. These must be learned. Okay, there are more skills that we need to know. Yes, to be a leader is not a small matter. It's a big responsibility, and each of us, if you know that you are a good person, go for it. Because if a good person do not go for leadership, then not really a good person will go for it. Okay, so if you feel that you are a good leader, go for it. Yeah. Decision making, how to make a decision making, I mean, step by steps, how to do fast reading, motivating, be creative, all these things you can acquire the skill and learn from a lot of workshops and so forth. How to solve conflict resolution, how to have the team building, how to allocate certain budget to certain projects, multitasking. Multitasking is also a skill. You cannot make an excuse just because you are a man, you don't multitask, you are a woman, you don't multitask. No. Okay? It's all about the willingness to do so or not. Yeah? It's a skill by itself. And skill to focus is also very important. Sometimes we feel that we have too many things to do, but it's always important for us to do it one step at a time, right? So if we have five objectives, so five things that you need to focus. So focus one step at a time so that you will achieve all of it. Okay. Sometimes, of course, you need to do it some multitasking within a day, but as a leader, that's the way it should be. Yeah. Knowledge. Okay. There are a lot of knowledge that you need to have. Like me, I have a knowledge in teaching all of you leadership and interpersonal skill after I have acquired my certification. So certain leaders, if you are a CEO, maybe you need to know about economy and finance. If you are CEO in a tech company, technology company, you need to know about technology, and of course, psychology and conflict resolution, legal, world politics, and others. So this one is depends on the industry that particular effective leader should be in. If like prime minister, maybe he needs to know everything. At least he can manage. So knowledge is one of important dimension in order for a leader to be an effective leader. So that's all for this video. For verbal and non-verbal skill, non-verbal, you may find in the second video. Okay, that's all. Bye. Thank you.